Good morning. It's another beautiful day. The sun's about to rise over the hills. Take a look at this beauty today. That little bit of clouds makes it look very pretty. So I'm out here in the backyard as usual, about to have my breakfast, getting my eyes and my skin exposed to the first light of the day, letting that infrared and near infrared light really hit my photoreceptors, both my visual and non-visual photoreceptors. There's a lot of light that we can't see that our bodies need as well. See with our eyes, but our non-visual photoreceptors in our skin do receive these frequencies still. Anyway, I'm out here embracing the morning, about to have some breakfast. For breakfast today, it's the usual 1 pound of raw ground beef, grass finished of course. Put some salt in it as well for the electrolytes. Gotta get the sodium in. And I'm gonna stand out here. I'm grounded right now in my bare feet like I always am. I'm gonna watch this sunrise while I eat my breakfast and start a really awesome day. I hope this daily routine of mine to catch as many sunrises as I can inspires or motivates some of you to give it a try. So tomorrow, get up before sunrise and get outside and watch it come up. It'll wake you up for the day, it'll make you feel good, and you'll get to see something beautiful. Alright, I'm going to keep eating and start the day. The sun's over the hills now, so I'm going to do some sun gazing and really get this light in my eyes and watch all these birds fly over as well. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright y'all, it's time to get in our lift for the day. We're going to do what we normally do. We're going to do a few different exercises, and we're going to do one set of each, and we're going to go until failure or close to it. Like I've said before, I try and lift basically every day if I get a chance, so I don't want to do too much volume and totally wear myself out. So one set of each exercise close to failure gets enough work in to where I'm building strength and I'm keeping my body healthy, getting blood flowing, and it's just a good way to move around a bit. So let's go ahead and start the lift with some overhead pressing. Alright, moving on, let's get some squats in. I'm going to try and get a little side angle for you guys today so you can see that I try and get the fullest range of motion as possible. I think it's important to really get as low as we can in our squats. Get real low. Good for our knees, good for ankle mobility. Try to keep my posture good. Try and not have a lot of bend in my back. Moving on to our next lift. Let's get in some bicep curls. Take these till failure. Another thing that's cool about the cinder blocks on the barbell is that they have that little bit of sway. So you kind of have to use your muscles to stabilize too, which I think is just good for your overall core. All right, moving on. Let's get in some overhead tricep extensions. Another good exercise you can do with the cinder block without needing a barbell. The cool thing about that is you feel it in your triceps, but also when you're pulling it over your head, you can really engage your lats too. It's almost like a lat pull down, so it's good for tris and your back. All right, so for our last lift of this session, we're gonna do 2 sets. The first set, we're gonna start with bent over rows. I like to do this a lot and then go straight into deadlifts afterwards. So really targets our back for both lifts. And since we'll do the rows before the deadlifts, our back will already have fatigue, so it'll make the deadlift seem even more challenging. All right, let's do it. Whew. All right, that was a good last set. And some days I'll get more reps on certain lifts. Some days I'll get a couple less. But as long as we're staying consistent and giving each lift what our body has on that given day, I know we'll make progress. So keep doing what you can every day. Get a little bit stronger every day. Keep ourselves feeling good. And again, try doing your fitness outside if you can. The sun's come into its peak UV index for the day now. So we're outside producing vitamin D and producing all the other chemicals for our body that UV exposure can give us. Don't fear the sun. Embrace the sun, you guys. And since we're done with our lift and the UV is high, now it's the perfect time to go straight into a sunbathing session. So I'm gonna lay out here in the direct sun, soak up all this UV light, all this infrared light, all the visible frequencies of light, the non-visible frequencies. We get the full spectrum of light straight from the sun, straight from the source. We evolved under the sun. We don't need to fear it. We need to embrace it to achieve our highest level of health. So I'm gonna hang in the sun and let it hit my body and make me feel good. I'll catch you guys in a bit. It's dinner time. I was hanging out in the backyard of my friend's house. There was music playing in the background, so I took out the audio for this clip. Today for dinner, I was eating 1 pound of raw grass-finished ground beef with some salt added in. I was hanging out in the backyard, getting some sunlight in my eyes, getting it on my skin while I enjoyed my meal. Got some good nutrition in, enjoyed the sights, really pretty backyard. It was a good meal. I hope you guys have a good meal tonight for your dinner as well. Alright y'all, we had another day where we ended a little bit late. We were playing a gig at a friend's house for a little party, so we were having a good night. We got to play outside in the backyard while the sun set, so we still got that last light of the day. And then I popped the blue blockers on to prevent any artificial light after the sun is set. So now it's time to settle down for the night and let the darkness give us the rest that we need. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Night.